So Buttigieg is Pete Buttigieg. He is running against. He's running in the primary, as I mentioned, and he recently, I believe it was him, or was it Beto? Maybe it was Beto, but both of them are, let's talk about both of them, because they're both trying to get involved in this kind of like fundraising stuff where they like. What was the latest one I saw? I believe it was. There's also another story about how Beto might be supposedly losing his mojo to Bootyjudge, which, okay, I guess it is. I mean, they're the same exact kind of person. They're both white dudes from, that have the same kind of general establishment views, but it'd be weird that one of them would be taking the mojo from the other guy, if they even had any mojo. But I'll get to that in a second. But as far as I saw it here. I just saw it earlier. Here it is. So it says Gwyneth Paltrow and Bradley Whitford. Those are two, Hollywood celebrities. They're hosting a fundraiser for Pete Buttigieg. So let's just check that article, because I kind of want to talk about that. So Buttigieg is he's been saying a bunch of stupid shit. He's been, railing against Bernie Sanders, saying Bernie Sanders Bernie Sanders supporters are just like Trump. And he is saying, he was saying the thing about how presidents should not be allowed to vote. And, you're slowly peeling that onion, right? You're slowly peeling that onion and finding more and more about this guy. And he's just like Beto O'Rourke. He's like a carbon copy of that guy. They're both sellouts and they're both opportunists. And so he's seeing all these things, and now he's trying to do the fundraising, which I believe Beto O'Rourke did it as well. And so, I mean, my guess is the fact. So it's actually interesting timing, because now that he is doing these fundraisers with these elitist Hollywood types, he's starting to change up his rhetoric. Buttigieg is slowly but surely. He's slowly starting to inch his way into the establishment kind of circles, which I think he pretty much always was in. But rhetoric wise, I don't think he really was until recently. Now he's starting to do it because he's like, shit, I'm not going to be able to get much attention, spewing a bunch of platitudes and cliches like Beto O'Rourke does. See, that guy has already mastered that stuff, so I can't do the same thing. I have to stand out. So let me figure out that strategy, but for now, let me go and make some extra money by holding some fundraisers. So just so you guys, just in case you guys don't know, the way these fundraisers work especially when it's like these very high priced, celebrity type fundraisers, what they do is, George Clooney did it for Hillary Clinton back in 2016, and he admitted as much, and he was like, yeah, it's a fucked up thing we're doing, but we're doing it anyway. It's okay. We're still good people. That's basically what Clooney was saying back then. So now it's Gwyneth Paltrow and Bradley Whitford. I think another one that Kamala Harris did. I'll have to check that for that article possibly, but it says the same exact thing though. But what I'm gonna explain in a second. But Kamala Harris, I think, was fundraising with some singers. I think who was it again? It was that guy? I'll look it up for you guys in a second. But I just wanted to explain to you guys how these kind of celebrity type fundraisers work. It's basically what they do is they go to these big fundraisers that has like, I don't know how many people in them. Maybe like 100 people. It's like a whole big kind of like big, not like a big auditorium. It's like kind of like a mini kind of like ballroom type thing. And they gather about 100 different people in there, and people have to pay. So based on how much they pay, it depends where they get to sit, and even if they get to sit, and even if they get to meet with that in this case candidate, in this case is Buttigieg, for example, or in the other example Kamala Harris. And what happens is they they put these people in a room. They say, okay, you pay $200. Okay, you get to sit in the fucking nosebleeds all the way in the back of the fucking room, and you don't get to see shit. You don't get to hear shit, but you get to, I don't know, clap for, Bootyjudge and whoever, saying some stupid platitudes and cliches. Okay, wonderful. But if you pay $2,700, so it's basically like a ticket. You basically pay a ticket, and it's basically the higher ticket you pay, the closer you get to sit, and the more access you have to that candidate. And most likely, if you pay that $2,700, you get to meet with the candidate, shake hands, hey, how's it going, Bootyjudge or whoever, and then you get to talk to them and take pictures probably, and then on top of it. So, because the maximum donation you can make, the maximum individual donation that every single American can make is $2,700 an hour, and not a cent or a dollar above that. That is the most amount of money that you could give, and I don't know why that is. I'm surprised they didn't make it higher, but that's a lot of money though. How many? I don't have $2,700 lying around, so that's a hell of a lot of money, but it's chump change. That's a drop in the bucket for a celebrity. So when they give that, they get a lot of benefits from that person. And then what happens? And then all the corporate executives get involved, and they start giving that money. So everybody's outdoing everybody for these $2,700 donations. And the lowest amount of money that can be given that can still be considered as like a high donation is $200. So, yeah, and as Daniel mentions, these are called bundling parties, and Hillary was doing the same exact thing, and she was doing it with George Clooney, and I'm sure a lot of others, and so what they do is they do that. They get these people into a room. They make them pay $200 between $200 and $2,700 an hour, or how I think it's for an hour. I don't know how long those events last, but they're not that long. They're probably at most maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. But they do that, and then they give some stupid speeches, and then they act like they're making money from individual people, but they're really making money from a bunch of people that are rich. And like I said, the average person does not have $2,700 around, lying around. $27 lying around, maybe. And that's why Bernie Sanders gets an average donation of $27 per donation, because that's how much people have. And that's a very, very tiny, what is that? I think it's that 1% of 2,700. Yeah, that's only $2,700. $27 is 1%, exactly 1% of 2,700, and that's smart. Bernie Sanders pushes that, and he's like, my donations are only 1% of you fucking assholes. J.J. Abrams and his wife, J.J. Abrams is a director. He's a Hollywood director. And Katie McGrath. So they were holding a fundraiser for her. Wow, look at this. It says, I was actually wrong. This is, tickets cost $2,800 per guest, with co-chairs donating $10,000. Wow. So, I mean, you see how they mask it, though? They mask it within, the context of, this, as if it's an event, but it's really just a bribe. And it's a bribe for these people, these Hollywood elitists, to get, to support this person, and they're going to get favors later on, So they're going to probably get tax cuts. They're probably going to get, let's say if let's just say hypothetically somebody that donates to Kamala Harris at an event is against net neutrality. If Kamala Harris becomes president, she's going to push for policies that are against net neutrality to benefit that person. If somebody's a, CEO of a healthcare company, that person is going to get, he's going to donate $2,700 an hour, and they're going to, $2,700 for that event, and then they're gonna get Kamala is not gonna push for Medicare for all. She's going to, because she's claimed she's in favor of it. She flipped on that later on, but she's gonna she's not gonna do that. She's gonna go and push for some bullshit Obamacare type legislation, right? So yeah, exactly. As Daniel says, legal bribery, and it's fucking slick as hell. These are all events held in big kind of very elitist type states. I'm in LA right now, but yeah, I mean these events take place in Los Angeles. They take place in New York. I'm not sure if they take place a lot in Washington. I mean, there's not a lot of celebrities there, but there are a lot of obviously a lot of financial institutions, I'm sure. But yeah, and so yeah, these kind of things, these schemes and these fucking, these kind of things that they pull is just, it's ridiculous how they get away with it and how they act like it's totally like, oh, it's totally normal. We just got like a bunch of like celebrities coming here and they're giving me money and I'm normal just like you. I'm just like the average Joe or average Jane, and don't worry, I'm totally on your side though. You whatever you want to refer to them, I don't know, regular, average Joe out there. Yeah. So I mean, but obviously they're not.